Hello and welcome back to home. Yet again we are continuing on, and we just heard a very strange noise. What is this on the ground? Two bodies, two young women, were half dug into a hasty shallow grave between the trees. The younger looking one was still face up, her dead eyes gleaming against my flashlight. They deserve better than that. Did I clean the gravesite? I do agree that they deserve better, but I almost think he's going to get blamed for these murders. I took the gun, I took the knife, I carved my initials into that bench. If I left my ID and then cleaned this site, it's all indicating that I was there, if you know what I'm saying. Maybe if I never took any weapons, never carved my initials, took my ID, and left this alone, maybe this story will change in that way. I don't know. I don't know what the ending is. I don't know how close I am to it, but yes, I agree. You should... I tried to cover them up a bit more, and I closed the younger woman's eyes. I fashioned a crude marker. I wasn't sure why, but I felt like I had to do something. The girls weren't carrying IDs, so I couldn't determine their names. I only hoped that whoever had done this had done it quickly. I wondered now if they had a phone or something at their campsite. Maybe I could call for help? Is that indicating that I should be going back to the campsite? But he says he didn't want to snoop around because he might be found by someone. I mean, you know, they're not going to surprise me, but, well, whoever killed them is probably still out there, if it wasn't me who killed them. I'm going to assume that it's not me who killed them. I believe the campsite's this way. The inside of that tent was suffocating. Okay, so... no phone. Olivia Delphine. By the looks of it, the fire had died out gradually. I believe it's through here. So let us leave. We didn't find a phone, but... at least we can get out of here. So you see, the plank was all to discover that. Through the dense trees I could finally start to see some light. I must have been on the edge of the forest, though I wasn't sure where the path ahead of me led. I could almost feel the cryptic notebook in my pocket as I tried to think about what it could mean. Yes, Annie had the notebook. This is all indicative that he has done something. And where were the campers who had abandoned their site? Well, it's the two dead women. Yes, two dead women. Where would I meet them to? Though the path ahead of me was less dense, I still felt guarded and wary. Who knew what I was ahead? Who knew what I was ahead? Yes, indeed, who knew what I was ahead? Oh, I heard something. Oh, I hate that door opening. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory from where I worked as a mechanist. My brain's not in it today. For all of those years, I had a plant closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Hell no, let's go check it out. Let's not. I suddenly lost all my bravery. My man mode deactivated. What is this? Darn it, I didn't want to go through it. I wanted to go into the factory. Oh, this could be a bad idea. Do I want to go for the gate? One of the lockers swung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. Now, do I want to go for the chain link fence, or do I want to continue on? I kind of want to go to the chain link fence. Let's head back. Let's just quickly take a detour, head back. This is obviously like another area, much like the first area we was in. I found the body of a security guard, just doing his job no doubt. His face was covered with blood from some kind of head wound. I wondered, was this flashlight his? It's possible. Dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. First my wallet and now this. Did I retrieve my watch? Yes, you did. The watch was useless, but I put it on my wrist anyway. I wished I could remember. Why was all this stuff missing? Well, Steve, you've probably done something. Either that or someone's coming after you. But you're linked to these people and that's what you have to admit. Now we're now going to go upstairs. We're continuing with our floor at a time rule. Before we head through this door, we get... oh, so we've got 2 doors. What is this? There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out the side of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, cobwebs had collected on the corners, the box wasn't receiving power. Okay. The door was locked, shut, a sign was pasted on the front that said danger, closed for repairs. I didn't think it could be opened. Okay. The door was locked tight. It seemed to be connected to the power box beside it, so I guess we are going upstairs. Achievement get. So someone would search through this locker. I noticed things are glowing grey when I'm like... oh yeah. So I probably missed a lot of information. I've just realised this. I noticed it with the watch, but I didn't really bring it up. Now I've noticed it with this locker. Things are glowing grey and not white. I guess it means when I can get no more information out of the item, it goes grey instead. To test this theory, all these things are grey. However, you notice like at the campsite, it remains white as I could multiple search it. I didn't know this, and so I probably missed out on a lot of information. But let's head up these stairs. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed an old bulletin board on the wall. Ah yes. The board contains yellow clippings from newspaper, cartoons, and notices. There were notes to and from the guy that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. So we have a door to our left and stairs up, and a desk on our right. Old break table. The layer of dust and grime only made it seem this sitting more. Okay. Let us do the floor at a time rule yet again. It looks like one of the 5 power switches here. A power panel. Looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Well, of course you did. Panel still wasn't working. Should I switch it again? Yes. The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped inside, but it was scratched out and the face was unrecognisable. Oh, so somebody didn't like this woman that was in the photo, and as I mentioned before, the letter contained only women's names. It seems like some sort of hit list. So let's switch this. It was shut tight. There was a rusty looking card on the side. So we need an ID to get through the door. Understood. I'm guessing because we're not... I'm kind of thinking we're never going to get attacked. I'm still going to keep my guard, but it doesn't seem like the weapons are actually weapons, you know? The door had been hastily boarded up. Well, it's been boarded from this side, so it's not like anyone... someone doesn't want to get out of there. Either that or they don't want you getting in. They don't want you getting in, they probably hid something in there. Or they don't want something out, so there's probably something dangerous in there. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. You remember a lot of sketchy things, don't you? You remember simple things like that, and yet you don't remember anything of what happened. Yet, like, you know this is your driving license. Does it, well, not driving license, sorry, ID. Does he know it's his ID because I looked in the mirror? If I never looked in the mirror, will he assume it's not him because he doesn't know what his self looks like? Maybe that's something. Did I push the switch? Yes, you did. A utility shelf, crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Yes. As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. So it's been used. Aha! So is this hammer going to be used on the wooden boards back there? Or, wait, what was wrong with the other door? I forget. There was a blocked door, but why was it blocked? I don't remember. I'll have to investigate it again. I have forgotten what was wrong with it. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden for the bottom was a magnetic card. Ah, that's it, a card. Yeah, so we got the card. I slipped the key card into my pocket. Another panel that I hoped could help me get through the power back on. Did I push the switch? Which you did. It didn't work. So you will push it again, good sir. No, it didn't work. Ah. There we go. And this is the last one. Did I push the switch? Yes. I guess that's kind of a trick here. Because I imagine some people maybe only switch it twice. It didn't work, so they left it. I don't know. But the power's back on. So the door downstairs should have opened. However, at the same time, the two other doors that were locked can now be opened. I used the hammer and the old wooden boards came apart easily. So I removed the planks. I left the hammer on the floor. Is that a good idea? Don't know. This was my locker? There in the factory, it stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. So, we've learned that this factory has a very strange locker distribution. Bottles. There's a mess of empty booze bottles. I wonder if that man in the house had something to do with this. Ah, yes, if you remember, he sure had a lot of alcohol in this place. If you remember the locked room, the smell with the murderer, or killer, or whatever it said, posted on the wall, and he hinted at, was he murdered because he found this place? There was a lot of bottles on the floor, and that's what made him say it. He said, was he murdered because he found this place? What was confusing is he said it about bottles. I don't know. It's kind of creepy, and before I push on, I have a very foreboding feeling about this. I'm going to split the recording here and start the next one. So I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.